How have you been? It's Marissa Indigo. It's been a really long time since I connected via the digital platforms. I think since December. So I want to say I'm sorry for such a lag. I definitely had anticipated posting more regularly. But what ended up happening around the solstice of December last year was a lot of activation. And I realized I really needed to have an integration period, hibernation period, and just focusing on my business, my conscious chocolate company. So much discovery and exploration that I cannot wait to share with you guys. And I'm sorry that I'm in my car. My egoic Taurian beautician aspect wanted to have like a special setup, to do these videos all the time. But I have to tell you that with the energies right now, my own personal channel of receiving information is so strong that it's just coming in the moment, and I just realized I just have to get it down for you guys. Also, I'm sorry I'm wearing sunglasses. I just want to say hi because you can see my eyes. I'm just a little shy. It's been a bit. My heart's just pounding right now. And I love this color. This is a color I work with a lot on an energetic level to clear and hold, our wonderful starseed vibes that we're anchoring down here. So what I wanted to talk to you about today is that it is Friday, May 31st, 2019, and today is a gap day, or a Galactic Activation Portal day. This is in the Mayan Calendar, the Dreamspell calendar. And I just wanted to share some information that I received and just also encourage you to work with the Mayan Calendar. A great resource is Ariel Spilsbury has done the Mayan Oracle, and it's a card deck. You can get it on Amazon, and it's just really an incredible tool right now. I'm really feeling that to inquire, when we have questions and maybe we need deeper, more galactic guidance. This is a tarot deck, if you will, or an oracle card deck, really, I should say, on a truly galactic level. And those are the energies that we're dealing with right now. That's what's coming in. We've expanded so much as beings, and the Kabbalistic network has definitely, in my tuning in, when I reach out and want to connect with something larger, galactic, whatever you want to say, that's more of a multidimensional experience, to me, I feel like there is a weakening, or in my feeling, actually, a complete eradication of the kind of that netting, that false AI netting matrix program, the false matrix program, that was really kind of impeding our ability to receive downloads and just explore mentally. So with that, these galactic activation portals and the Mayan calendar is just an incredible tool to explore on a galactic level yourself, and really the universe that is within yourself. So I highly recommend, there's a website, moon13.com, I believe it is, where an incredible woman, an artist, has actually made a Mayan calendar that we can work with. The cycles are completely different. It's just incredible information that's very expansive. Really just, I can't even say enough about it. So to start to work with that calendar in conjunction with the Gregorian calendar would be very beneficial to help you tune in to these different tones and all kinds of stuff. So I just wanted to say, really look into that. Think about working with that as a tool on your journey, because it is powerful. This was a master clan, the Mayan people. They brought us cacao, which I work with my business, and then they have this incredible astrological cosmology. It's just delicious. So I wanted to share those things with you, and then lastly, I wanted to share some animal totem medicine with you all. A week ago, last Thursday, I started to have just an experience of, I want to say, Snow White meets Ace Ventura. It was awesome. I love animals. I love connecting with animals. And I guess it was just a really interesting experience. But I guess in the late spring here and the early fall in the Northern Hemisphere, or at least Southern California, there's a proliferation of many critters being born. And in my backyard, there was one baby squirrel, a ground squirrel. And I thought, oh my gosh, this poor little guy. And I just kind of watched him from afar for hours. I didn't really want to intervene in case his mom was nearby. And it was almost evening and he was still outside, and I was concerned about him. So I brought him in and put him in a little, it was a cat box with like a cat carrier with towels. And then, my daughter had come home from school in the middle of all of this happening. And we ended up with not one, but 6 baby ground squirrels that we were taking care of for a few days until I could get connected with a wildlife rehabilitation person. And I will share pictures with how incredibly adorable these creatures are. But another thing I wanted to share is like their hands are almost like our hands. Like they have 4 fingers that are elongated. They have palms just like ours. And then they have this like short little stubby thumbs. If you imagine like my hand looked like this. And then on the mounds here, just these huge mounds. You see how they like hold on to the trees. But they had wrinkles in their palms like our hands. And I was just like, this is just amazing. You know, the detail of the miracles all around and synchronicity. And I'm thinking how much DNA we share with these guys, because this is pretty astounding to look at their anatomy and look at our own. So that was fascinating. But the real exciting thing that has to do with the totem medicine that I wanted to share with you all is this incredible woman in Malibu Canyon that rehabilitates these squirrels. If you want to ever donate to her, it's Coast and Canyon Wildlife Rehabilitation Center. And she's like a squirrel specialist, which, first of all, that's dope. I mean, someone that specializes in squirrels, like what kind of a human is that? Like how exciting. So me and my daughter connected with her, and she taught us that the ground squirrel actually, she said, you know, if you have ground squirrels around, then there's a good chance you don't have rattlesnakes around. And I said, oh, really? That's amazing. She said, yeah, they actually keep them out of the environment, you know, and will attack them if they need to. And they're also immune to their venom. And I thought, that's incredible. It reminds me of, if you guys know the story, Rikki Tikki Tavi, where there's like the mongoose, you know, versus the evil cobra. Not that snakes are evil, but this is just the story. And this adorable mongoose, which is kind of akin to a ground squirrel, you know, is just protecting this family from these 2 venomous cobras. And what I wanted to say with that is I feel that with these beautiful energies that we're having right now, we're invited constantly, right? We're being purged constantly, but we're being invited to nullify all the toxicity in our reality, in our world. And in my experience, the most gnarly one would be the ego. You know, the ego lens, which is limited and can be fearful, can be negative, can be critical. So this adorable creatures coming into my experience, everyone that came over that I showed them to, and my partner and everyone in my family, I shared this medicine with them because I feel like it's very symbolic of the times to be this adorable, sweet, innocent earth creature, you know, petite, but it's small but mighty, and is immune to toxicity, is immune to venom. I think these are really powerful concepts to kind of meditate upon and see where is the quote-unquote venom in your life, in your existence. What are you being invited to transcend or maybe remove from your life? And I know those are big questions, but that's going to keep happening, you know, in my understanding of things. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry it's been so long. I have a lot of other things to share, and it may just be this kind of fun, dorky blip on the fly. Let me give you a download. And I pray that it helps you, and you know, you just feel so much joy and expansion, trust in yourself, courage in yourself, and trust your own channel. And by channel, I mean your own internal soul guidance. You know, we are embodying the higher self. So trust your higher self, trust yourself. You know, set the ego lens aside and learn to differentiate the heart's and the soul's knowing and how that energy feels when you view through that versus the mind. That's really, for me, that's what I've been working on now for, let's see, it started to come in January of 2018, of just stop thinking and start perceiving. And it's like, it will change your life. And more on that later. So aloha, this is Marissa Indigo. Thank you so much. Thank you to the people who subscribed. I was just blown away. I mean, here I am deep in my hermit journey, you know, very disconnected from a lot of things. I was just my business and family and my you know, my path. And I see subscribers and I'm like, that's incredible. I feel so bad. I'm not even putting content out. So I'm going to make it up to you. And thank you for being on the journey with me. So much big love. Aloha. Bye-bye.